Hello, my name is Cole, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the trade organizations that the world has. Now, some trade organizations are individual government, and some are multinational, composing of multiple countries coming together. The one that we are going to be talking about today is called the G8. The G8 is a trade organization with 8 countries. These 8 countries have the major economies of the world, and they come together and speak about things. Now, these major economies are France, US, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Japan, and Russia. In addition to these 8 countries, the European Union has also become a part of the G8, creating 9 members, yet it is still called the G8. So what is the G8? The G8 is a group that meets and discusses macroeconomic issues around the world and how they can help. These issues range from helping developing countries to trade liberalization in countries and economic growth. Why is there a G8? The G8 was created to allow the most influential leaders to meet and solve the world's greatest problems. At the time, in 1975, it was inflation. So they came together and started to talk about the inflation and how they could solve it. So just some brief history of the G8. In 1975, French President Valéry Giscard came up with the idea to get all the major economies of the world to come together and help solve some of society's issues. In 1975, it was only consisted of 7 countries, so it was called the G7. These first countries that were a part of the G7 were the UK, US, France, West Germany, Italy, Canada, and Japan. A while later, the EU started to be represented in the G7 meetings in the 1980s, and soon enough, Russia joined the G7 in 1997 and turned it into the G8. So what are some of the strengths to the G8? So obviously a strength is they work to solve the world's problems, and they have all these resources that they can use and come together and combine the resources and be an even bigger help to the world. Now, a weakness that they have, I wouldn't say that there's much of a weakness, is you could think about a country's leader negatively, and the leader, if you think about it, the leader could manipulate his decisions in the G8 and use his decisions to benefit himself. And now, does the G8 achieve economic process or does it not? For me, yes, I do believe that the G8 can achieve exponential process in its agendas of providing monetary support to third world countries throughout the world. Canada's involvement in the G8. So what has Canada done throughout history of the G8? In 2009, Canada hosted the G8 summit, and obviously they invested millions into hosting it. In 1983, Prime Minister Trudeau convinced his partners to sign along with this peace treaty. In 1987, Prime Minister Mulroney led a dialogue on South Africa. In 2002, Chrétien made Africa's development the main focus for the group. And that is all.